So I'm in the process of getting out the military, and I just had a VA briefing today. And that's basically all the benefits you're going to get when you get out the military. Now, in my state, if I go to school when I get out, that's $41,000 a year I'm going to make. Now, I'm not saying I got to pay my tuition with that $41,000. I'm saying the tuition paid for, I make $41,000 a year. Now, if you add 100% disability, that's now 90,000 plus a year. 90,000 plus. Okay. Now, I'm not saying you need to be a PTSD vet or have a crazy like medical injury to get disability. I'm stationed at Canton, New Mexico. Get your laughs in, right?
Just to piggyback off of that, it would have helped when it comes to the disability and the VA thing. I mean, he's right. You don't need to have anything crazy, but it's also good to establish a history of injury, going to the doctor, getting seen, things of that nature. Because when it comes time to file your VA, they're gonna look at stuff like that. So don't just think, oh, when everybody get out, it's like, oh, I'm broken and there's no history. No, you want to establish some type of pattern of history.
But the water in Canton is contaminated. So I will get disability just based.
That is also true. Cannon Air Force Base water is like drinking plutonium. It's the worst shit ever. Honestly, I have no idea how they continue to get away with what they get away with and how they're doing people at that base.
Canton, New Mexico, get your laughs in, right? But the water in Canton is contaminated. So I will get disability just based on that, just by being stationed at this base, even if I didn't drink it, right? Bro, these old heads, they don't know, bro. They really don't know. Like, they call you soft. They say you're not going to make it, but they misinformed, bro. And they live in a bubble. Like, they live in a bubble, bro. They really don't know shit. So you get not.
And it's a bubble that they gladly like to live in, and they refuse to broaden their horizons out of.
$90,000 a year to go to school at a side hustle, bro. At a part-time job, bro. You're looking up to $100,000 a year, bro, just to get out the military. Let's say you don't do none of that shit, bro. With my job, I can contract $100,000 a year, bro. I'm an E4 right now, bro, and I make less than 50,000, probably like $42,000 a year, bro. And they're gonna tell you not to get out, bro. These dudes, these old heads, bro, they eat crayons, bro. They don't know what they're talking about. I promise.
Yeah, Um, I'll be interested to see what everybody else thinks about this. But he makes a lot of great points, especially when it comes to getting out the military. And, a lot of the older people, they will kind of advise against that. And, some of them for good reason. They want to make sure you at least have a plan whenever you do, get out the military. The worst thing you want to do is get out the military, think you have something lined up, and, you fall flat on your ass. So it's always good to have a plan. I do feel like there's a lot of fear when it comes to people getting out the military. Yeah, I know for me, being active duty, whenever I float the idea about me getting out, I do get a lot of people telling me that I should stay in, do the whole 20 and so forth and so on. But I mean, as long as you have a solid plan, as long as the young man, the young guy said in the video, as long as you're doing everything that you need to do to set yourself up for success, I really don't see a problem with getting out of the Air Force, especially if you do one contract. Like you said, that there are a lot of well, before the damn shutdown and Doge came and tore shit up. Before Doge, there were a lot of government jobs, there are a lot of government contracts. So that's another thing you should think about, before you just hop out of there. But again, for the most part, I agree with everything that he says. If you're not feeling the military, I mean, you shouldn't be in. And I'm not saying it to be mean or anything like that, but it's like, yeah, like if your head's not in it, if this is not something you feel like you can't give your 100% all to, then maybe, it's time for you to move on and find something else. You know what I mean? And you shouldn't be scared. You shouldn't be worried about what other people might think, because I agree that for the most part, most of the time, those same people who's telling you to stay in or do the whole 20, they want to get out after their first 4 or 6 year contract, but they got spooked or they got scared by somebody else, and now they're pissed off because they missed their opportunity to do whatever they want to do, and now they're trying to push it forward. Misery loves company. So I mean, like I said, as long as you do everything that you're supposed to do, as long as you're putting your best foot forward, as long as you're going to college, getting your degree, getting those certifications, hey, why not, man? there's a lot of money out here. Like he said, getting a side hustle. I mean, the benefits, the VA benefits are great if you can get that 100%, 90%. The education benefits are great. Like he said, they will pay for you to go to school if you got a GI Bill. So hey, I mean, it's a great gig. Again, like I said, just make sure you shit together. Then you know you should be all right. Again, I'm interested to see what you guys think about it. Leave a comment in the comment section. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share the video for the algorithm. I see you when I see you. Peace.